Heyo, it's PotatoLegion here. I hope you are keeping very well today. The PTB is here and we have the new killer called the Twins. What I'm going to do is break this video down so that it's quick and easy and short for you guys, so you get all the information you need very quickly. We'll start out by reading the perks, explaining her power. We'll then go into the new survivors perks. I will then show you off the Mori. I'll show you off all of her basic attacks, and she's got some weird animations with the twin. I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about this killer. I'm then going to go into the map changes like the last update with a before and after montage with some music so you can see how they've changed the maps. So let's get straight into this, guys. What I'm going to do first is read out her new perks. So, Coupe de Grace. As the end nears, you go in for the kill. Each time a generator is completed, Coupe de Grace grows in power. Gain a token. Consume 1 token to increase the distance of your next lunge by 100%. So, whenever a gen is done, you get a token. Your next lunge will be twice as long. Order. You protect what little you have and perceptive to those rummaging through your stockpiles. Receive a loud notification when survivors interact with a chest or when they pick up an item within 48 meters of your location. The trial begins with 2 additional chests in the environment. The rarity of the items found in all chests is decreased. Okay, so if you are sick and tired of people potentially plundering keys, you could bring this perk and it will reduce those odds, but they do get 2 additional chests, which is actually a good thing because you're now encouraging survivors to do a different objective rather than doing generators. And you get a notification whenever they pick something up. So if you bring this with Franklin's, this can work really, really well with that. I can see this actually being really useful, especially to a team that loves to do chests. You're now encouraging them to do more. Alright, oppression. Life has been difficult for you, so you'll make it difficult for others. When you damage a generator, up to 3 other random generators also begin regressing. If affected generators are being repaired, any survivors repairing them will receive a difficult skill check, and it has an 80-second cooldown. This is going to be a great alternative for Ruin, and if they miss the difficult skill check, you have a free information perk as well. I would bring this with Surveillance so that you can kick a gen, and whatever 3 random gens are hit, Surveillance will let you know which ones they are, and you can protect them, so you'll have a much better use of Surveillance. This is a great perk if you're not happy with Ruin constantly getting cleansed by survivors. Right, that's her 3 perks. Let's talk about her power. So her power is very strange, and I'm going to try and explain it as quickly as I can rather than read out this entire paragraph. So she has Victor, which is her sort of twin growing out of her body, and she can control him, and you can put him sort of anywhere you want, and if any survivor is nearby, he will start shrieking. He also has the ability to jump on survivors or pounce on them, and they will be given the broken status effect, oblivious, and incapacitated, which means they're unable to enter lockers and they cannot leave the exit gates. Their auras will be revealed as well. Survivors can crush Victor to get him off them with a crush duration animation. So they can crush him. They can also crush him when he's not on anybody, when he's just standing there idle. This is going to be a great way for her to sort of set out a little tracking device in a sense. And that's her power in a nutshell. If he is crushed, it will start to grow back on her body, and eventually she'll be able to use him again. Alright, that is her in a nutshell. We're now going to talk about the survivors perks quickly, so let's do that. Okay, so we've got a new survivor here. I'm going to butcher her name. I think it's LD Rakoto? LD Rakoto? That's her name. I'm going to call her Ellie for now. So let's read out her 3 perks. Appraisal. You have a careful eye that notices what many overlook. Start the trial with 3 tokens. When a chest has already been opened, consume a token to search for an item. You unlock chests 80% faster. Deception. Interacting with a locker while sprinting will trigger a loud noise notification at your location and will cause you to leave no scratch marks for 3 seconds. You no longer enter lockers while sprinting and while this perk is active. So I assume that you sort of make banging noise and you can run away. You don't actually enter the locker, you sort of slap it or to make a loud noise and you can hide and run away. Maybe when you're in a loop on a tight corner around a bend, you can smack the locker with this power and then hide around the corner and the killer will check the locker, buying you a little bit more time to get away. Can be very useful, potentially. Power struggle. You never give up and you're not about to start now. While being carried by the killer, reaching 25% wiggle progress activates power struggle. While power struggle is active, you can drop a nearby standing pallet to stun the killer. Power struggle is deactivated when it triggers successfully. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you can only use it once? And now when you play killer in your brain, never ever walk through a pallet just in case they are running this on the odd chance. I can see this being very useful, especially for when killers are trying to hook people in basement and they walk through the shack pallet. They may forget about this and get a big old slap in the face with a pallet. This is going to be great for content, and I can see so many people showing off this in montages. So I can't wait to use this myself. Fantastic. Right, those are her 3 perks. Let's jump straight into the gameplay with the killer.